Hello and welcome back to another online PE lesson. My name's Jack, I work with Derby County Community Trust, and today's lesson we're going to be looking at another fundamental movement skill. Specifically we're going to be focusing on jumping, okay? A really important skill used in lots of different situations, so used in lots of different sports, and it's important we've got good techniques so we can create lots of power, but also we can jump and land safely as well. So we're going to do a few different games that are going to work on jumping and give us lots of opportunities to try different types of jumps. So let's get into our first warm-up. So for our first warm-up, what we're going to do is we're going to do some animal movements, all right? So if you've got a teacher or a parent with you, they can call out different animals and you're going to try and copy out the movements of those. So I'm going to quickly demonstrate just 5, but you can again get creative with it and try some different ones, okay? So first one we're going to do is frog. Okay, so you start on the floor, hands on the floor, okay, and you're going to jump and land, okay? Jump and land. That'll be your first one, so it's a frog. Number 2, we're going to do bunnies. So you're going to have your hands again on the floor, but you're going to keep your knees together and move just like this. So little hops, just around like a little bunny. The next one we're going to do is a kangaroo. So hands together, big jump, so bend your knees and hopping around like a kangaroo. Again, so I'm just quickly demonstrating, but you can have a go at these and try them for a bit longer. We're going to do a crab. So you've probably done something before. Hands on the floor behind you and walking around like this. You go sideways, you go backwards, do whatever you want. And final one is a bear, which we've done before. So on all fours, okay, moving around like that, try and keep your back straight. So, pause the video, have a go at home, try each one for at least 30 seconds and see how you get on. For our next little activity, you're going to need some cards, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to spread out a load of cards around an area. So it can be if you're inside, it can be in a hall, it can be in your lounge, it can be out in your garden, okay? Each suit is going to relate to a different type of jumping or movement. So you're going to move around, you're going to pick up a card, and then you'll perform that movement as you move to get another card, okay? If you get a picture card, so like a king, queen, jack, or an ace, you have to perform that movement backwards to the next card, okay? So each suit means something different. So we're going to have hearts, it's going to be hopping, spades are going to be skipping, clubs are going to be hopscotch, so kind of a mixture of jumping and hopping, and diamonds are going to be like a 2-footed jump, okay? So I just want you to experiment with these different movements and see how they feel as you're moving around the area. And again, if you pick up a picture card, you're going to be doing that movement backwards. So I'm just going to put these cards out. Again, you don't have to use a whole deck of cards if you're on your own, but if you're in a group at school, for example, you can use some more cards, all right? So I'll put them face down. Again, use as many cards as you like. So I'm going to start by hopping just for the first one, and then I'll pick up a card and go from there, okay? So hopping out, I picked up a card. So that's hearts, so I'm going to carry on hopping. So I'm going to hop to my next card. Okay, so that is clubs. You can't see that, but I'm going to do hopscotch now to the next one. So hop. Okay, alright, got another club, but it's a king, so I'm going to be going backwards, alright, so a bit more challenging. King, diamond, so diamond's jumping, so I'm going to jump backwards, I'm going to go over there, so 2-footed jump, backwards. Another diamond, the last one. And I got a spade. Okay, which is skipping, so I'm just going to skip for the final card. Whew. Okay, so again, experiment with different movements. Put some picture cards in there so you've got to challenge yourself by moving backwards. Again, if that's too difficult, take that rule out and you can just use the normal cards moving forwards. All right, so have a go, pause the video and see how you get on. Okay, we're going to now move on to our main skill development part of the session. All right, so we're going to look at improving our jumping technique. And we're going to do this by playing jumping islands. So what I've done is I've set up a load of islands behind me on the floor. I've just used sticks from the garden to mark them out. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but make them far enough that it's going to be a challenge for you to jump between them, but obviously not too far that you can't reach them. Okay, so what we're going to do is your aim is you're going to try to jump between all of the islands without touching the sea or the floor around those islands. Okay, now when we are jumping, I'm just going to quickly touch on some key points that you need to consider when doing a jump. So we're going to do a 2-foot jump today. So when we're getting ready, I want you to bend your knees and bring your arms back. Okay, so bend your knees, bring your arm back. Now when we're going to jump, extend, swing your arms forward. Okay, so try and generate as much power as possible. Okay, so swing and spring those legs. So swing and spring. As I'm jumping, eyes forward, look, spot for my landing. Okay, then as I land, try and land as quietly as possible. Cushion your landing by bending your knees. Okay, and your arms will come forward. All right, so I'll just show you an example here. So remember how we're going to start. We're going to bend our knees, bring our arms back. We're going to swing and spring forward, eyes up, bend your knees, arms forward. Okay, and I'll show you one more time. So arms back, bend your knees, spring and swing, bend your knees as you land. Okay, so I've set up some islands here. Okay, I'm just going to quickly demonstrate how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to try and jump between all of the islands without touching the sea around, because I don't want to get eaten by sharks, do I? Okay, right. So we'll start on the first island. I'm going to jump to let's go to this one here. So I'm going to bend my knees, bring my arms back, swing and spring, cushion my landing. Nice. Okay, let's go to this island here now. Again, same technique. Good, all right. This one's a bit of a bigger jump, so I'm gonna have to try and jump a little bit harder, use a bit more power in my legs, okay? So again, same technique. There we go, okay. Let's try and come back. Now, if it's too easy for you, you can progress and make it harder by trying to land on one leg. So I'm gonna jump from 2, but as I land, I'm going to try and land on one leg. You ready? The jump and stick the landing. Okay, so set up your islands. Use your 2-footed jump using that technique. Make sure you try and land on all the islands without touching the water. If it's too easy for you, try and jump from 2 legs and land on 1 foot to make it more difficult. So pause the video, have a go at home. Right, we're on to our final activity for today. This is going to be called an island throw. So we're going to link in some of the skills we've used in our previous lessons and tie them all together with our jumping we've done today. So what I've done is I've set up 3 islands, okay, that get further and further away from me, from my point down here where I'm going to throw the ball. Now I can pick which type of throw I want. So remember, we did our underarm throw, where you're going to stand side on or left foot forward, you bring my arm back, bring it forward and release. So I can use that underarm throw. Maybe if I'm looking for a closer island and want to be a bit more accurate, or if I'm going to throw a bit further, I could use my overarm throw as well. So remember, again, side on, left foot forward, I'm going to scratch my ear with the ball and then throw it forward, okay? So pick one of those throws. It's up to you which one you would like to use. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw and try and land the ball on an island. The further away the island is, the more points I get. But each time I throw it, I have to go collect that ball by hopping or jumping between the islands and getting back to my starting point. If you miss and it's in the sea, we can't jump on the islands. We're going to have to use a different fundamental movement skill to try and swim our way there. So we're going to use either hopping or skipping, up to you, to go get our ball if we've missed, okay? So we're going to throw the ball, go collect it by using jumping if it's on an island, or we're going to hop to it if it's a miss. All right, so I'll quickly demonstrate again. So again, I'm going to start over here. Okay, I've got 3 islands in front of me. I'm just going to use an underarm throw for today. So I'm going to point. Okay, lovely. Right, so that's just gone to the 3rd island. Right, so I'm going to use my 2-foot jump. You then would pick up your ball, and I'm going to come back. So again, same technique. So I would have got 3 points for that one. Let's go a little bit closer. Okay, so that's just in the 2nd island. So again, jump, stick your landing. Now again, if it's too easy, you can use your land on 1 foot on the way back. So again, land on 1 foot. And there you go. So you're going to have 1 minute. I want you to see how many points you can score in that minute, okay, using your throw and your jump. On the next slide, there'll be a little diagram showing you how to set up your island game, so if you're unsure. And remember, to make it easier, bring those islands closer to you when you're throwing, make the target bigger, and also you can reduce the gap between the islands so you don't have to jump as far. If it's too easy and you want to make it harder, make the islands smaller, move them away, and jump and land off of 1 foot or land on 1 foot, just to give yourself a bit more of a challenge. So again, pause the video, have a go at home, see how many points you can score in 1 minute. Thank you for tuning into another online PE lesson with Derby County Community Trust. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. Just quickly recapping on what we did so far. So today we looked at jumping, which is a fundamental movement skill. Remember our key coaching points when we are jumping: bend your knees, bring your arms back, swing and spring your legs, and bend your knees on the landing. Okay, so hopefully you can use that in lots of different situations, in different games where you have to run and jump, or in athletics. And hopefully you've improved your jumping today. Thank you again for tuning in. We'll be continuing to upload lessons, so please keep an eye out for those, and we'll see you all soon.